Good morning, children. How are you all? We are in the second month of our academic year, but still here with our virtual classes. So, today let us move on to the second chapter in chemistry, that is physical and chemical changes. So, today we are going to discuss about the different type of changes occurring around us. I am inviting you to look around you. Can you give me some changes occurring which you can see daily? Yes, day and night happening, isn't it? Now it's daytime and it will after some time it will be evening, then it will be night. Then look at the climate. Sometime it's raining, sometime it's very hot. There also changes are happening. Now you look into your garden. There you can see flowers blossoming from buds, isn't it? Then a small plant growing. And what about you yourself? Yes, 7 years back you were in first standard and now you have reached 7th standard. So all these things, that means everywhere changes are occurring around us. So some of these changes are easy for us to understand or detect, but some are not easy for us to notice. Then some changes are good for us and some changes may be bad for us. Now, but one thing you have to notice is that behind every change there will be some reason, some hidden reason behind every change. So, what happens when changes are occurring? Can you tell me? Yes, I told you a small plant growing into a big tree. Then for example, we are cooking rice. Have you all, you know that raw rice we are taking and after cooking it is becoming soft. See, then another example, if you are taking out ice cubes from the freezer, then after some time you can see it is turning into water. So everywhere when changes are occurring, the substance undergo an alteration or change in its size, sometimes maybe size, shape, then state. Important things, state, position, etc. So, when a change is undergoing, all these are happening to the substance. Thus, we are getting some new type of substance. Now, I have given you many examples. Now, let us try to classify all the different type of changes which we have seen here. Okay, under some headings. First thing we are going to discuss here is about slow and fast changes. Slow and fast changes. Can you tell me some examples for this slow and fast changes? Some changes are very slow and some changes are very fast. Yes, an example for slow change is your growth itself, isn't it? After you are gradually growing, you are becoming bigger and bigger gradually. In the same way, a plant is growing from a small plant to a big tree. That is also an example for a small growth change. Then, can you give me some example for fast changes? Yes, if you take a piece of paper and burn it, what happens? Yeah, the paper will be burning and soon it will be turning into ashes. And that the change has occurred very fast. Then, if you try to, have you lighted matchstick? Yes, if you light a matchstick, it burns very fastly, isn't it? So these are example for fast changes. Now another heading, another classification which we have to study here is natural and man-made changes. Now let us see what are natural and man-made changes. Can you give me some examples which we see around us? Yes, tell me. Natural change example. Yeah, we already discussed, that is the occurrence of day and night, the movement of earth, then the climatic changes. These are all natural changes, naturally occurring changes. They are then. What about man-made changes? The changes made by man that are called as man-made changes. For example, cooking of food. Isn't it? We are taking raw rice, then cooking into rice. And the example, when we are preparing dishes, curries, etc., we are taking the raw materials and preparing the dish. They are an example for man-made changes. Then if you think, you can sort out a lot of examples from around you under these two headings, natural and man-made changes. The next type of classification which we want to see here is periodic and non-periodic changes. So what may be periodic and non-periodic changes? Non-periodic changes. Yes, the change which is occurring at regular intervals of time, that we can call as periodic changes. Regular intervals of time, repeatedly occurring changes. Regular intervals of time, that is important here, that we call as periodic change. Here this the rotation of earth, then another thing, the climatic changes. See, summer, winter, etc. They are regularly, periodically, repeatedly coming to us, isn't it? Now we had in last April, May, we had summer. Now we are experiencing rainy season. Again after this, the rain will be stopping, and then it will go to, after some time we will be experiencing winter season. Then as this cycle goes on, again we will be having the summer vacation, isn't it? So in that way, they are repeatedly occurring at regular intervals of time. That is what is known as periodic changes. Now what about non-periodic changes? Non-periodic change means they are irregular and irregular in occurrence, and they may not repeatedly occur. They are randomly occurring. Sometimes they will occur, sometimes they will not be occurring. Such changes we can call as irregular or non-periodic changes. Some, see, for example, sudden falling down of rain, then some unexpected falling of flood occurring, etc. They are all examples of non-periodic changes. So the next type of classification which we want to see here is desirable and undesirable changes. So desirable means which we like, which we expect. Then undesirable means which are not expected by us. Now can you give me some examples for desirable and undesirable changes? The changes which are beneficial to mankind or beneficial to us, we call as desirable changes, which are beneficial or useful to us. We call it as desirable change. For example, milk turning into curd. You know that, isn't it? We are making curd out of milk. So that is a desirable change which is beneficial or useful for us. Then undesirable change means the changes which are not beneficial or which are harmful to mankind, we can call as undesirable changes. So can you give me some example? Non-beneficial changes. Can you give me some example for non-desirable change? Yes, the unexpected coming of a flood. We can't welcome flood, isn't it? The flood will be causing a lot of trouble for people. Then another sudden outbreak of an epidemic. See, we are now suffering due to an undesirable change occurred in this world, isn't it? The pandemic situation due to the coming of due to the presence of a virus, coronavirus. We people are all suffering. The whole world is suffering now due to the undesirable change, the outbreak of an epidemic. That is an example here for undesirable change. So the next type of classification which we can see is reversible and irreversible changes. Reversible change and irreversible changes. Now let us see what is reversible and irreversible. For example, if you take out ice cubes from the freezer at your home and keep it at a room temperature for some time, what will be happening? It will be turning into water. That is the solid state. From solid state it has came back to liquid state. Water, ice changing into water or liquid state. Now if this water, if you keep in refrigerator bag for some time, or if you keep in freezer for some time, what will be happening? Again you can see that this water will be solidifying and you are getting ice. That means that this change, the change can be reversed back to get back the original substance. Such changes we call as reversible change. Another example is the conversion of when you boil water. See, when you are boiling water, you can see the water will be coming up, rising up as vapors. That is water moving from the liquid state to its vapor state or gaseous state. So that is vapors. And if you cover a lid over that boiling bowl of water, you can see water droplets on the lid. What happened there actually? The vapors, they hit the lid of that bowl, then they are actually cooled back to its liquid state. That is also a reversible change has occurred here, and we get vapors back into the liquid state, that is water. So these changes are example for reversible change. Now another change, that is irreversible. Now you can say, what is irreversible change? The change which we cannot, where the change has occurred permanently, or where we cannot bring back the original substance, that we call as irreversible change. For example, just as I told you before in the beginning, the burning of a piece of paper. If you burn the paper, you will be getting ashes. Now, can these ashes, from these ashes, can you make back that paper? No, it's not possible. That means here the permanent change has occurred. So we will not get back the original substance. Such changes we call as irreversible change. So the whole changes which we are seeing, observing around us in nature, in our daily life, we can classify under these headings. That is, the first one, slow and fast change, natural and man-made change, periodic and non-periodic changes, then desirable and undesirable changes, reversible and irreversible changes. So, 5 types of classification of changes we discussed today. Now, the activity for you today is that you have to observe nature or observe your daily life. Then write 3 examples for each changes under these headings. Observe your surroundings carefully. You can take enough time. We have 1 week time, and find out examples for all these changes. Slow change, fast change, natural change, man-made change. Each and everything is around you. No need to go in search of this answer anywhere else. It is around you, in your home. Every time we are seeing or meeting all these changes around us. So that is the activity for today, and you have to note the examples, record the examples in your chemistry notebook. Thank you, children. So let us watch some slides here, and after that, see, we will go to the next classification in our coming session. That's all for today. Have a nice day.